Live on YouTube, starting us up on Rumble. Good afternoon. Welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. Where's my script? I am A.O. Xander.
Golden Loon.
And of course, you viewer, you. Thank you so much for coming in and watching us, whether it's live or at some point in the space-time continuum. Irrelevant. Views of you. Thank you so much for coming in. Today is, of course, Saturn's Day, aka Saturday, April 4th, 2026. This show is about interesting and important events that happened today throughout the annals of recorded history, starting with the year 503 BC. It's a while ago. 503 BC.
Wow.
So that's that's 2026 plus 503. So that's 2,529 years ago. Yeah, if my math is mathing. Roman consul Agrippa Menenius Lenatus celebrated a triumph for a military victory over the Sabines. All right. Moving on up into 190, Dongzhuo had his troops evacuate the capital of Luoyang and then burn it to the ground. Why? So, I'd like to know.
You know, all of this, it's kind of awe. You think of all this recorded history.
Yes.
Before the birth of Jesus Christ.
Well, if you believe in Jesus,
that's beside the point.
Yeah. 2026 years ago.
You can take any point.
Well, you can even say
any documented point.
Well, I mean, you can take a page out of the Liberals' Handbook and call it before the Common Era. There's BCE and then AD, which used to stand for after death.
Yeah.
But now it stands for Anno Domini or whatever the hell. So, but yeah, no, I agree with you. BC, before Christ or before Common Era. But yeah, I wanted to look this up and see if there's anything that told me about it, but it's not telling me any war or whatever. So anyway, what else do we got here? 1200, 1400, 1500. Ignatius of Loyola became the first superior general of the Jesuits. All right. 1558, Tsar Ivan IV gave the patent to colonize, quote, the abundant region along the Kama River, end quote, of North Russia to the fur-trading Stroganov merchant family. 1581, Francis Drake was knighted by Queen Elizabeth I aboard his galleon, the Golden Hind, at Deptford, England, for completing a circumnavigation of the world. That was big back then.
Yeah.
Sir Francis Drake, big name.
Yes, yeah, he was.
1609, Moriscos were expelled from the Kingdom of Valencia. First off, who were the Moriscos, and secondly, why were they expelled?
I don't know.
Is this
I've never heard of them.
Were they some kind of type of Jew or something, or 1655, the miraculous statue entitled "The Infant of Prague" was solemnly crowned by command of Cardinal Harrach. What?
This a statue is crowned?
It says statue entitled "The Infant of Prague" was solemnly crowned by command of Cardinal Harrach.
A statue would not be maybe a figure, but a statement?
Wouldn't that be a statute?
I would. Yeah, you're probably right. Statue of limitation.
Yeah. Well, it's not. There we go. Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. And sorry for not muting that thing. No, it's an actual little statuette here.
Yeah. It was crowned. Okay.
They crowned it. Okay.
They're goofy as we are.
Maybe even more so. Maybe that's why we're so weird.
I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah. 1660, English King Charles II issued the Declaration of Breda, promising a general pardon for crimes committed during the English Civil War and the interregnum and religious toleration for all those who accepted them as king. Okay. 1687, English King James II published his Declaration of Indulgence, a step towards establishing freedom of religion in the British Isles. Good.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too. 1789, the first U.S. Congress began regular sessions during George Washington's presidency at Federal Hall in New York City, ending in 1791. So yeah, New York City was wasn't Philadelphia the capital, and then New York City, and then Philadelphia again, and then Washington D.C.
Yes,
or something.
Yes.
So
now, when did he actually become the official president of the United States?
Well, let's see.
He was
here.
obviously president in 1789.
Well, let's see here.
But he wasn't president in 1776 unless he was a general.
Let's see here. Inspector of 1778, which one is yada yada. Siege of Yorktown. Okay, even farther beyond that. Okay, that's not there yet. Not there yet. February 4th, 1789, first U.S. Electoral College chose George Washington as president and John Adams as vice president.
So 1789, and that's right where we're at. Right?
Well, this says before the 16th, George Washington heads to his first presidential inauguration. So he's not inaugurated yet, but he's been elected.
Okay, he's elected, and then he's
Here we
inaugurated
go.
in April.
Right there, April 30th, 1789, George Washington is inaugurated as the first president of the United States of America at Federal Hall in New York. Well, didn't we just... Well, no, we were talking about this Federal Hall, so this is...
1789, but this isn't 430. This is 4-3 or whatever it is.
Yeah. No,
First
this is 4-4.
U.S. Congress begins regular sessions.
So he's not even inaugurated, but it's saying presidency.
Okay,
So
because he's been elected, he's not inaugurated, so they still recognize him as the president.
Yeah.
But that's not the date they're talking about there.
Well, no.
They're talking about Congress.
Yeah, well, no. Today is Congress.
Yes.
The 30th is when his inauguration was.
Yes. So you got to remember that on the 30th. Do we get?
Well,
Washington?
I'll definitely get that, of course. 1794, Battle of Rockalowice, part of the Polish-Lithuanian uprising led by Tadeusz Kościuszko, with a tactical Polish victory. All right, go Poland. 1796, Georges Cuvier delivered the first paleontological lecture. All right, so you're teaching paleontology. 1814, an officer mutiny forced French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte to abdicate for the first time in favor of his son, who is one scene, and then they said fire and all that stuff. And I made that comment, I'm not even sure if you remember this, because I barely do, but I made that comment saying, I wonder if they did this scene justice in the new movie. Because there's a new Napoleon movie with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
And no, they did not.
Really?
Absolutely not.
So
actually,
you answered your own question.
Well,
Did you watch the movie?
I watched the movie,
Okay.
like Waterloo scene, and then I'm gonna open up Napoleon an Elba scene. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, right here. Okay, so right here we have, like I've shown this a couple of times and everything, and like you can see, and this is way back in the day. So all of these are extras. So like but they look at the sheer amount of people.
Yeah.
Now a lot of these could have been cardboard cutouts.
Well,
it's in the back and everything, but they're moving. So some of them are not.
It could be AI generated.
No,
you don't know.
Not in 1970.
Oh, you're right.
This is
Right.
1970.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so
I'm
now
thinking of the new one. You got me mixed up.
Oh no. Okay, so this is the old one. Okay. Now just look at this. Now this is what he's just a portion of what he's facing, and it shows it like more in the scene and everything. You get more grander scale.
Right.
Now let me show you the new movie. What this same scene looks like. Look at that. Like,
You're right. Wow.
It's the same exact moment. Same exact moment.
Wow.
And that's pretty much everybody. Because as I said, I've seen the whole movie. And look, see, like, they don't have that many people.
Yeah.
So, like, the new movie compared to that old movie.
They really toned it down. Which one's more accurate?
Well, I'd say Waterloo. Absolutely. Especially in this part. Because
I'm just going by sheer numbers.
Well, the sheer numbers. They had like 20. Like Napoleon had like 9,000 troops.
Okay.
And what he was facing was like 20,000 or something. So like that's nowhere near that. But at least this 1970 movie did this reenactment a lot more. And like that's all he had behind him.
Yeah.
That's supposed to represent 9,000 soldiers. Are you kidding me?
It's like budget cut.
Yeah. And then over here you see, look at all that behind him.
Yeah.
So, and the new Waterloo movie and the new Napoleon movie really, like, the first several portions of it are okay, but then it just speeds. Like, all of a sudden you're in Egypt, and all of a sudden you're in freaking, like, Russia. It's just, what's going on?
Skipping through it.
Oh, fast. Anyway, 1818, Congress decided on the U.S. flag, 13 red and white stripes and 20 stars. And there it is right there. Bigger this so we can see it. 1818, the United States Congress affirming the Second Continental Congress. adopted the flag of the United States with 13 red and white stripes, and it was 20 at the time.
So we had 20 colonies at that time.
20 states.
States then, yeah.
1828, Casparus van Wooden patented chocolate milk powder in Amsterdam.
Oh!
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, well now we have
syrup.
Now we have liquid. Which
Way better.
You know what? Now that I'm starting to think about it, very much like soap, you have normal hard soap, and you have chocolate milk powder. Now we have liquid soap. You have liquid chocolate milk powder. You know, we're liquid.
What an analogy.
Well, I mean, like, you know,
or we can go back to
the future is liquefying everything. What were you gonna say?
We can go back to the what do you call it? We were down there last week. Where
Oh, the tallow. Yeah.
Yeah, where it was hard on your skin.
Yeah. Well, it did the job.
Yeah, it took your skin off too.
Well, I mean, it's not dirty anymore now, is it?
Went through a couple layers there, so you're nice, squeaky clean.
Oh, that's just the abrasive. You know, that's just you know, like it's exfoliation. That's what it is.
That's what I was trying to come up
exfoliation.
with.
It says here, before 1828, chocolate was an expensive bitter drink few could enjoy. Dutch inventor Casparus van Houten created a press that separated cocoa butter from solids, while his son later made it smoother. Their work gave us modern chocolate. Thank you.
Yeah, you know, baking chocolate is
horrible.
chocolate's really terrible.
Yeah.
Bitter.
Yeah. 1841, Vice President John Tyler became the 10th President of the United States after the death of President William Henry Harrison. He was the first president to die in office, William Henry Harrison. He died of pneumonia, setting the record for the briefest administration, too. 1850, the city of Los Angeles was incorporated.
Hey!
That's us. So, 59, Bryant's minstrels debuted Dixie in New York City in the final of a blackface minstrel show. Wow. Yeah. Although I'm pretty sure, you know, what's his face? Gavin Newsom would have loved to see that. There's a actually no. Was it him in blackface or was it
somebody else? It was what's his name? The old
I was thinking, yeah, Justin Trudeau.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. 1860, the declaration on the introduction of the Finnish marka as the official currency was read in different parts of the Grand Duchy of Finland. In 1862, Peninsular Campaign launched in southeastern Virginia, aimed at capturing Richmond during the U.S. Civil War began, although it ended up in a Confederate victory during the U.S. Civil War. Remember, we talked about yesterday that we captured Richmond in 65, 3 years later. So that's a little interesting. Just under 3 years on the dot, we actually did succeed. Yeah. We also have the Siege of Yorktown, fought in York County and Newport News, Virginia, began. The Yorktown campaigns, it ended up in an inconclusive result, of course, during the U.S. Civil War as well. That's interesting. We fought in Yorktown again.
Yeah.
You know, but this time against ourselves. 1865, during the American Civil War, a day after Union forces captured Richmond, Virginia, like I said, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln visited the former capital of the Confederate States of America. And, oh, yeah, this is an old picture of Los Angeles. Look at that.
Oh, man.
That's what it looked like back then.
Yeah.
Wow.
No freeways.
And that looks like a mission right there.
We had a mission here, I believe.
Do we still have it? There has to be. Mission Los Angeles?
I don't know. But I'm sure there was a mission here.
There has to
be.
be.
The next step is a day trip from down in San Juan.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, it's up in Santa Barbara.
Okay. Now, here's England. Not England. Here's Lincoln in Richmond.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see, like, you know, like the black families, you know, celebrating their emancipation and all that stuff. So, what else we got here? 1866, Ashman Institute in Oxford, Pennsylvania, was renamed Lincoln University. Now, did you hear? I don't know exactly which airport it is, but I heard that somewhere, I think it's an airport, getting renamed like Donald J. Trump International Airport or something like that.
I did hear something about that.
Yeah. So
you put it in the back of my head. I can't even tell you what, where, or how.
Neither can I. I just
Most
know
likely somewhere in Florida.
Yeah, I think so. You know, now that you say Florida, I think it was in Florida. 1866, Russian Tsar Alexander II of Russia narrowly escaped an assassination attempt by Dmitry Karaazorov in the city of St. Petersburg. And what's interesting is a young Tsar Alexander fought Napoleon. Like that was portrayed in the movie.
Oh, okay.
A young Tsar Alexander.
Yeah.
So, 1887, Susanna Medora Salter was elected the first U.S. woman mayor, specifically in Argonia, Kansas. So the first female mayor in the U.S. So nice. 1894, Foyot bombing by the Russian or French state during the Erie des Entendes, 1892 through 1894. But which one? Russian or French state? Which one? Who did the bombing? 1896, announcement of the discovery of gold in the Yukon. Here we go. 1900, an assassination attempt on the Prince of Wales, later British King Edward VII, when shot by Jean-Baptiste Sipido in protest over the Boer War. So,
yeah, we bought Alaska. They didn't realize. Nobody.
Oh, Russia, yeah.
Yeah. What was going to be under the ground here?
Yeah.
Gold and oil.
Yeah. 1972, Cecil Rhodes Scholarship Fund formed with $10 million. 2 years after that, we have two 7.1 earthquakes among the largest in Europe, struck Bulgaria, killing over 200 people and causing destruction. 1 year after that, we have another earthquake, this time in Kangaroo, India, killing 20,000 and destroyed most buildings in Kangra, McLeod Grange, and Dharmadashala. So, in Kangra Valley. So,
killing
20,000. 20,000 deaths. Yeah. Well, it's just population density, man. You know, it's just like China, India, Russia, Japan. Like, you know, they have these high numbers in death because they packed in like sardines. You know. 1911, Hugh Chalmers, automaker, suggested an idea of baseball MVP. So all the way back then. 1912.
Good idea.
Yeah. The Army fired on striking mine workers at Lena goldfields in Siberia.
Oh, man.
Russia.
Yeah.
So the Russian Army killing their own.
Yeah.
You know, that's Russia.
Well, they remember they would kill you if you tried to desert, run away.
Yeah.
They'd shoot
Well,
you.
that was later on in World War II.
Of course,
Yeah.
I know, but still.
Well, that was the Soviet.
They still have that.
No. This was before the Soviets.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
This is 1912. The Soviet Revolution
Yeah,
wasn't until
true,
1917.
Okay. You're right.
Yeah.
God, I'm talking to a historian. What a mistake.
Yeah, but I mean that sentiment has to have come from
Well,
somewhere.
that's what I'm getting
you know.
at, yeah.
So yeah. Now I'm trying to make you right here.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
1912.
Wreck me, smash me, build me back. There you go.
See?
A true politician.
Well, no, that just makes me like an army boot camp. You know.
Break you down and build you up.
Yep. 1912 as well. The Chinese Republic proclaimed into Tibet. So yeah, we got to free Tibet. 1913, Greek aviator Emmanuel Argyropoulos became the first pilot victim of the Hellenic War when his plane crashed. So the first Greek aviator to be shot down. 1915, Germany protests vigorously to the U.S., claiming it must insist that Britain lifted its blockade and assert American neutrality. Okay, so this is during the First World War, near the start of it. It started in 1914. So it had been going on for almost a year or something like that. 1917, U.S. Senate agreed 82-6 to participate in World War I. 1918, we have a food riot in Amsterdam, obviously because of the war. 20, Arabs attacked Jews in Jerusalem. 1922, WAAB in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, became the first U.S. radio station with the W calls, which W is, I believe it has something to do with the Mississippi. If you're to the east, radio starts with a W. Oh. If you're in the West, it starts with a K, like KTLA.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So, yeah.
That's still true today?
I think so. I learned that from doing these shows.
Wow.
So,
okay.
1923, Warner Brothers Pictures, Inc. was formally incorporated. Oh, this is, no, we're not to the UN yet. So I'm going to image search this. That's right. It was formally incorporated by siblings Jack L. Warner, Harry Warner, Sam Warner, and Albert Warner in Burbank, California.
Yeah.
So... And what I love is before we continue on with that. Oh wait, hold on a second. That's the Warner Brothers yet. So Warren A. Brother shirt. I love this shirt when I first saw it. So I'm gonna bring this out here. If you see the police, warn a brother. I love it. So
not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
But anyway, yeah, so we have here the four brothers, the Warner brothers, you know, and here's, it's a little small, hence why I didn't use it on the thumbnail, but that's an image of their old studio right there, the Warner brothers.
Oh, okay.
Instead of just the straight up big WB that we're used to, there was a WB, but it showed their original studios.
Cool.
You can see it here a little bit better.
Well, they went a long ways, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. What else do we got here? 1925, the Schutzstaffel SS was founded under Adolf Hitler's Nazi Party in Germany. All the way in 25? That early? The SS was all the way in 25. Wow. 1 year later...
It's really early.
Yeah, that kind of surprises me. 1 year later, 1926, 1 century ago, Greek dictator Theodorus Panagiotopoulos was elected president. 1930, England cricket batsman Andy Sandham ended day 2 of 4th Test cricket West Indies in Kingston, Jamaica, unbeaten on 309. First triple century in Test history, out for 325. You're going to hurt my desk. 1930 as well. Well, we have a 2 for 2. Les Ames made the first Test cricket century by a wicketkeeper, 149. Here, let me get you a little pad.
There's more coming.
No.
I sense it.
Maybe, I don't know. 1930, the Communist Party of Panama was founded. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah. 32, Charles G. King, University of Pittsburgh, isolated vitamin C using adrenal samples provided by Hungarian Albert Szent-Györgyi. Vitamin C, that's important.
You're not kidding.
33, USS Akron, the U.S. Navy airship dirigible, crashed into Atlantic Ocean off the coast of New Jersey due to severe stormy weather. 73 people died, including U.S. Navy Rear Admiral William A. Moffett, a major proponent of the airship fleet. There were only 3 survivors.
Whoa.
Wow.
What's the cartoon thing? I keep thinking of the dirigibles, but that's not quite right. What is it?
Cartoon thing?
Cartoon, the dirigibles or something.
Dirigible.
I don't know. If it doesn't ring a bell to you,
Cartoon dirigible.
You know, the little heads walking around. You know, the workers. I don't know. Your mom loved them. You loved them.
The dirigibles.
I'm probably way off. Move
well, no, I want to figure this out.
Yeah, we used to have the CDs for them and stuff, and your mom loved them.
The cartoons.
Yeah.
The Pokemon?
No.
I have the dirigibles.
It's not quite right.
Well, what are you talking about with the heads? Like,
well, they were yellow, and they were. I don't know.
The Simpsons?
No, I didn't. I wasn't into it, so I only knew.
Roly Poly Oly?
No, just move on.
Well, I don't know. Well, I want to know. Like,
I don't know what to tell you. Well, I didn't watch the thing. I just knew you guys loved them.
Okay, but like they had big yellow heads.
Well, it was all one body.
One body.
And you know they. I don't.
Oh, you're talking about the Minions?
Yeah, there you go.
Despicable Me, the Minions.
Yeah,
I was never into any of that.
Oh, I thought you were.
No, I never saw any of those movies.
Your sister.
It sounds like Kim.
Yeah.
You know.
It must have been your sister.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I never saw any of those movies, and I actually.
The Rituals is nothing near the Dominions.
The Minions, no. The Dominions, no. But no, in fact, I find the whole Despicable Me series, especially the Minions, just nothing but brain rot, and it's destroying.
I don't care.
It's just, but this is a picture of the airship right there.
Oh.
They're fishing it out of the ocean.
Yeah.
It was too small to be used in the thumbnail. What else do we got here? 1944, Allied Bucharest bombings targeting railroad killed 5,000 people. The other source says during World War II, the first bombardment of oil refineries in Bucharest by Anglo-American forces killed 3,000 civilians. So I'm wondering if it was an additional 2,000 servicemen, or if there's an inaccuracy with the numbers, or what. But this is why I use multiple sources.
Yeah.
44, French General Charles de Gaulle formed a new regime in exile with communists.
Yeah. With communists? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. That threw me for a loop, too.
Your enemy is your friend.
Well, we worked with the communists.
Yeah.
You know, so... 45 during
a good point. What's his name? Stalin, who was the communist.
Yeah, Joseph Stalin. Yeah.
He made a deal with every single country, the major ones. England. He made it with Germany. He made it with us.
Italy.
I believe he had a deal
Japan.
with
No, he and Japan were fighting. No, they were fighting
at one time, but he had a deal with.
Well, they were actively at war with each other during World War II.
I know they were.
Yeah.
At one time, but I think he had a deal with them.
No.
Maybe pre-World War II. I'm not sure.
Probably before that, but during it, near the end, that's why Japan.
Oh, they were coming down from the north. Yes.
Yeah.
Or the east or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know that.
Well, no, Japan was kicking the Russia's ass. And Russia surrendered to us because they knew that we're the only ones who could stop Japan, and we're the only ones chicken shit enough to actually be humanitarian. Japan would just annihilate them.
Yes.
1945, the Holocaust, U.S. forces liberated the Ohrenhof forced labor concentration camp in Germany, the first such camp to be liberated by the U.S. Army. Which reminds me, have you ever seen the Band of Brothers scene when they liberated
I have not.
Please, after the show,
watched it, to tell you the truth.
the Band of Brothers is a phenomenal show.
You've loved it.
You gotta watch it, but when at the end of the show, please stay, and I want to show you the scene. It is immense.
Okay, I'll watch the scene. But there's so much of that. I just don't want to watch. What is there? 30 episodes or something?
Well, no, I'm not. Well, it's not all of the Holocaust. It's.
I love to watch.
It's just one scene.
Yeah, I want
well,
to see
there's
that.
one episode all about it, but I want to show you the scene where they find it, and they open the gates, and everybody's just gobsmacked.
Yeah, that's got to be stunning.
45.
Powerful.
Yeah, it is very powerful. 45, during World War II, Soviet Red Army forces liberated Hungary from German occupation, establishing their own communist satellite states. I wouldn't say liberated. I would say under new management. This was celebrated as Liberation Day until 1989. Yeah, when they got out of there. 45. Go ahead.
My father, your grandfather, who lived through all of that,
great-grandfather,
as an adult,
technically.
Yeah, as an adult, always said, and it is when I was a young kid. He stopped saying it after that. When I was a young kid, he said, "Dumbest thing we did. We should have just told the Russians, move them back, get out of here. They were so weak, so beaten down.
We should have listened to Patton.
Get them out of every country. Go back to your own country.
We should have listened to Patton and just kept going.
That's true.
That's
true.
45, during World War II, the United States Army troops captured Kassel, not to be confused with Kessel of the Kessel Run, to be done in their 12.5 parsecs.
It sounds like, I was going to say Star Wars.
Thank you! Thank you! You're the one who got me into it. You're supposed to know this.
I don't know.
He did the Kessel Run in under 12.5 parsecs, or whatever the hell it was.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Even though parsec is a unit of measurement, not time. So somehow he transported. Yeah. Loon's time, 1946. Greek judge and archaeologist Panagiotis Polios was appointed Prime Minister of Greece in the midst of the Greek Civil War. Wow, that's
not cricket.
No, not this time. But that's a bit of a job to get into in the middle of a civil war.
Yeah.
So, 47, the largest group of sunspots on record. That's an eyebrow raiser right there. We also have United Nations Convention on International Civil Aviation form the International Civil Aviation Organization. Okay. 48, a 84-year-old Connie Mack challenged 78-year-old Clark Griffith to a race from home to first base and ended in a tie.
Whoa!
I wonder if they did that intentionally, or because that way nobody can make a winning bet.
They may have.
So, yeah. Well, I mean, they did the same thing. There used to be an age-old question among the comic book nerds: who's faster, Superman or the Flash?
Oh yeah.
And then eventually they came out. Now I'm not sure if they came out with a comic or anything, but to my knowledge, in my time, in Justice League Unlimited or whatever the cartoon show was back in the 90s. They answered that question, and then they had them be a tie. Oh. So that way, one can't be better than the other.
Well, let's just put it this way. Connie Mack at 78, lucky he could run down to first.
Yeah, well, 84 versus 78, so, 6 years at that time is a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference now.
Yeah, yeah. 49, Israel and Jordan signed an armistice agreement. 49 as well, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO treaty, was signed in Washington, D.C., a military alliance among Western nations. Yeah, bullshit nowadays. Yeah, 12 nations signed the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. NATO, yeah. And now it's worthless.
It is. Unfortunately, it is.
Dude, I can have a bigger impact than NATO by sitting here with my thumb up my ass. 1950, Dirk Stitteker became chairman of OES. What's OES?
Oh, OES?
OES. You're one of these
organizations. Something. I said OES.
Dirk Sticker. No, OES.
I got it now, yeah.
I know, but I'm just making sure that the audience knows. Okay, it's telling me anything about OES. Well, this is going to require some digging. So if anybody can let us know in the comments section what OES is, I'm still trying to find. There's so many letter organizations in here. VVD, PVDD, the LSP.
You know, they never give
VVD.
you
What
just
the
a-
hell is all this crap?
What does OES stand for? No, they can't
Yeah.
give you a straight answer. You know,
Yeah.
you just one sentence. That's
Well,
all you need.
if I type that in, it could give me 1,000,001 different answers. That's why I looked up the actual article to try to see if it's going to tell me anything, but it's not. So we got to keep on moving here. 1958, Cheryl Crane, at the age of 14, daughter of actress Leanna Turner, stabbed to death organized crime figure Johnny Stompanato, her mother's boyfriend, in self-defense. Crime later ruled a justifiable homicide.
Whoa.
I agree. You know, there was a freaking, well, first off, self-defense, and secondly, he's an organized crime figure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I say people like the phone booth guy is 100% justified, and they should be celebrated at the streets and have their names painted on every door. You
Who's
know,
the phone booth guy? Clark Kent?
no, no, it was this guy, his young child. I think it was his daughter. I bet he had a young child who was struggle snuggled and ended by a child sex offender, and then the guy had been caught and everything, and it's actually I don't want to look it up because it's kind of violent, but well, you don't even know what I'm about to say, but there's a news video of everything, and like it's following the guy because it's a major story, it's a whole thing, and then there's a guy sitting in a phone booth, like it's like a whole wall of phone booths like you would see like at an airport or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
And it turns out the guy is the father of the kid that this guy killed, and he turned around and shoots him right there, dead. So he's known as the phone booth guy.
And he got off? He was innocent? He got off?
I have no idea, but
okay.
I hope he got off because he killed his child's killer. Like a convicted.
Still can't justify it,
but
sorry.
he's a pedophile. He needs to go.
I understand that.
So some people don't have the right to live. I'm sorry. 1958, Eugene Ionesco's play Terror Sans Gages, The Killer Without Reason, premiered in Darmstadt. And that's in there because I find it kind of ironic. The next article is called The Killer Without Reason after we talk about justifiable homicide. 58 as well, the first march against nuclear weapons was held from London to Aldermaston in England, home of the Defense Ministry's atomic weapon establishment, or awe. I'm in awe.
That didn't go well.
Yeah. 1958, the CND peace symbol displayed in public for the first time in London. Here's a picture. No, this is the United Nations.
Oh, okay,
So,
yeah.
Now, here's a peace symbol. Now, you probably heard me say this.
Where is it?
Right here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Now, do you know that is a satanic symbol?
Oh, I didn't know that.
As is the yin and yang. The broken cross or the peace sign, again.
Yin and yang, that's a Buddhist thing.
I'll get to that here in a minute. But these are all satanic and evil images here. Like you have the goat head, you have the SS thing, you have the upside down cross, you have anarchy, but then you have the peace symbol. It is a mockery of the cross of Christ. A person joining Satanism may, in a ritual, be handed a ceramic cross to invert and break down the crossbars in order to show rejection of Jesus. So the peace symbol is a satanic image.
Wow.
And that's why I keep saying, that's why I'm all into all these conspiracies, because maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. But at the same time, I'd rather not mess with something that might be satanic. Just, of course I wish for peace. But, can you think of anything more evil than a system that utilizes symbols of joy and turns them into symbols of hate? Look at the swastika.
That's close to the swastika right up there in the corner.
Right here?
Yeah.
That's the SS.
Oh, okay. You're right.
Yeah. But here, the yin and yang in Chinese philosophy, two great opposite principles or forces on whose interplay everything in the universe depends. Yang is male, light and positive. Yin is female, dark and negative. All phenomena can be classified in terms of them. So that's...
So it's not a symbol then.
Well, it represents good and evil.
Yes.
So it is a symbol of
Yin and
evil.
yang.
It is a symbol of evil and good at the same time.
Okay.
It's both, yin and yang.
Okay.
So, and then of course you have the horned hand. That's a massive, symbol.
That's
And then this is a symbol of Islam, and Islam loves to stone and behead people. So I can't think that's a good thing. Anyway, in 1959, Mali Federation was founded, consisting of Senegal and French Sudan. It was dissolved 1 year later in 1960. Speaking of 1960, we have the 32nd Academy Awards, in which Ben-Hur, then Charleston Heston, Charleston Heston and Simon Signoret won. Yeah, no, I don't really cover Academy Awards or or those rock and roll things unless it's weird, like
Yeah.
Bill Clinton from yesterday.
Yeah.
Why is he in there?
Yeah.
You know?
True.
1960 as well, Senegal declared independence from France. France agreed to grant independence to the Mali Federation, a union of Senegal and French Sudan. So that's probably why this got dissolved in 1960, because they were no longer a federation; they were an independent sovereign nation. So, 1964, deposed President João Goulart left Brazil under threat of arrest, moved into life of exile in Uruguay and later Argentina. 64, the Beatles occupied the top 5 positions on the Billboard Hot 100 chart.
We talked about that yesterday.
I think it was
Similar.
top 6
Could
or
have been.
something.
It's similar to
Yeah.
that.
65, the first model of the new Saab Viggen fighter aircraft was unveiled, and that's actually what this is right here. That's a cool looking fighter jet.
Okay,
the
now
double
what are
wing.
those insignias on there? What is that?
That's a nation.
That isn't the UN.
No, that's
right?
like Dutch or something.
Okay.
Like what did this say? Hold on, let me smaller this. First model of the new Saab Viggen fighter plane. Well, I'm going to look this up here really quick just to see what's...
It's unrecognizable to me. I've never seen it before.
Yeah, let's see here. Saab, Cold War... Yeah, I'm just going
Saab would be, what, Switzerland?
Sweden.
Sweden.
Yeah, is that Sweden?
That's right. Yeah, Saab is Sweden.
Oh, yeah, but is that image... That has to be Sweden. Yeah. So, yep, Sweden. So... Anyway, what else do we got here? 1967, Amsterdam Marines chase NOSIMs, or rebellious youths, out of Central Station. Good. 67 as well, Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his Beyond Vietnam, A Time to Break Silence speech in New York City's Riverside Church. Now, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Before we get to the next article, do you know by chance what happened to this individual, Martin Luther King Jr., exactly 1 year later? Because we're about to talk about it.
1 year later?
1 year later, on this calendar date.
He got shot.
You are right. U.S. civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated by James Earl Ray at the Lorraine Hotel in Memphis, Tennessee.
I didn't know the date, but you gave me a hint with it 1 year later because I knew it was 68.
Well, we also talked about yesterday was his
that's
mountaintop
right.
speech,
Yeah,
and in
that's
the
right.
article it said he was assassinated the next day.
Yeah, true.
So,
true.
And speaking of that, riots broke out in over 100 cities in the United States following the assassination of black civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr. Black civil rights, my ass. Human civil rights is what he advocated for. Human civil rights.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
want to. But here's the deal: different times, different times.
Well, yeah, but
all
like,
he wanted
was equality.
To be the Constitution to be upheld for all people.
Yes,
that's all he wanted.
Yes, and we can't even get that for white people nowadays. So, let alone blacks. 1969, CBS TV abruptly canceled the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour 3 weeks after renewing it, citing the program's failure to provide advanced screening for review before airing.
Yeah, they wanted to do it a certain way, and the Mucky Mucks didn't like it because that thing was huge.
Well, the Mucky Mucks need to shove it up their
It
tailpipe.
started off, you know who the Smothers Brothers are?
Nope.
Oh, okay. They're a duo that started off with music, and then they stop. One plays the cello, one plays the guitar. And they start singing, and then somebody gets screwed up, and then they go into a whole comedy act. You screwed that up? No, I didn't.
That sounds really cool.
Oh, you got to see them. They're funny as all.
That sounds really cool.
Anyways, they started as a 1 hour summer show over the summer, and it was so popular they got re-signed and then apparently. But they were real independent. No, you're not going to check our stuff. We're going to do what we're going to do.
Well, see, this is what I don't understand about, the entertainment industry. If something's making money, fuck off. Stop trying to, we got to tweak it here, it's already doing what you want. Leave it alone,
No, they weren't happy with that.
Stupid. But yeah, here's a picture of Martin Luther King Jr. at that hotel right before he got shot,
picture,
probably, yeah.
And there's the real famous one is the guy pointing.
Oh.
Where'd the shot come from?
Oh, this guy pointing? You know what, let me see.
No, he's pointing straight up like this.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find that photo, because I didn't even know that there was a famous photo of this event. Let's see here. Wait, why am I getting Vietnam? Oh, I'm getting the riots. That's why I looked up the wrong article. There we go.
I can't imagine they don't lead with that.
Well, they probably are trying to wipe it away. Oh, is this
There it is. Maybe it's two up. There it is. Yeah, they're all pointing, not just one. He was shot. He's down. You see him down.
I see him, yeah. Oh, man, I know you want to see that. Rest in peace, Martin Luther King Jr.
Great man.
Yes.
Great man.
Yes.
Boy, do we need him now.
Yeah, no kidding. In 1969, Haskell Karp received the first temporary artificial heart implanted by surgeon Dr. Denton Cooley at Texas Heart Institute in Houston. I mean, like, I don't like the idea of having to go back in, but what are you going to do, die? You know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Some people would say, no, let me die.
Yeah.
It's my time.
Yeah.
And some people say, plug me in, suck it in, do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
George Carlin.
Yeah, George Carlin. You find a hole, put a plug in there. 1971, marine clay under houses liquefied in Saint Jean, Vianney, Quebec, causing 31 deaths. So the ground underneath, marine clay. It's not a name. It's
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So
Like liquefaction or something.
liquefaction, exactly. 71, Stephen Sondheim's Follies opened at the Winter Garden Theater in New York City, running for 524 performances. It was then the most expensive Broadway musical at the time. And I wonder how much it cost. If anybody can look that up, let us know in the comments section.
The important question is, did it make money?
Well, for 524 performances, it didn't. Was it a flop?
Well, but it did make, at that expense, did it make money? There's some shows that are huge artistic success, and they lost a bunch of money. So you never know.
Well, I'm gonna look that up here. Why do I keep clicking freaking Rumble? Did make money? Let's see here. Follies. Well, this is probably, this is a whole thing. Background.
See, they're never going to tell you.
Well, this tells me everything.
Yeah.
Songs, analysis, versions. Okay, the original Broadway. The show closed on July 1st, 1972, so that's after this. Yeah. After 522 performances and 12 previews, according to Variety, the production was a total financial failure with a cumulative loss of $792,000. Holy shit!
See, I told you never know.
No, you don't. That's why I looked it up.
Yeah.
I'm
glad you found it.
Yeah. Price planned to present the musical on the West Coast and then on a national tour. However, the show did not do as well in its Los Angeles engagement, and plans for a tour ended. Well, that's how much it lost.
Yeah.
But how much did it cost initially? So.
Well, it's not initially, because it continues to have costs as you produce it through 500 and something shows.
Yeah, true.
But it ended up being one of the most expensive ever.
So that was $792,000. It's over $750,000 in 1971 money. Yikes. 72, we have the first electric power plant fueled by garbage began operating.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, they don't live next to it.
Yeah. Now, have you heard about that? I don't know where he is. I just know it's some really young black kid. Like, I'm not even sure if he's 20 yet. Yeah, really young man. Invented plasticide, or probably didn't invent plasticide, but like he in his own backyard, he made this whole machine that turns plastic into combustible, usable fuel.
Wow.
And it works. He's tested it on cars. It's functional. It's non-theoretical. It is practical, and it works.
Wow.
And he turned 100% recycle, turning plastic into fuel, plasticide or whatever it's called.
The question is,
when's he going to get assassinated?
Well, wait a second. How specific is the plastics? Can he only use one kind, or can he use all?
I think it's any plastic. I think you just grab any plastic. I mean,
that would be awesome.
Like, hold on a second. Young black guy, plastic fuel. Let's see if I can find a very quick video of it here. He turned plastic into gas.
Julian Brown, the 22-year-old black inventor who turned plastic waste into diesel fuel, has mysteriously gone missing. He literally started a diesel truck.
This was a while ago. He since returned from his missing stint. People thought he got taken.
He's gone. And his last
because he's doing stuff against the status quo.
Very old.
But but look up that guy. He phenomenal.
Love to see it.
Yeah, 1973, the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center, then the world's tallest buildings, were officially dedicated and opened in New York at 110 stories, later destroyed in the 9/11 terrorist attacks. I saw it on TV with my own eyes.
Yeah, I saw the second one.
Yeah. I remember, that morning, I went into you and Mom were getting ready, and I was like, the first tower is gone.
Yeah, it got hit. I don't know how long it took.
No. It was it
was going down? Did you see the plane going into it?
The
or
second
going
one,
down?
like, okay, so I remember in the morning I was just scanning the TV, and the first one had already gotten hit. I think you had already heard it, and I was just scanning the TV and everything, and I landed on the news or whatever, and I kept going. You're like, wait, go back, and I'm just like, whatever. It's a building on fire. Who cares, you know? But I'm like, oh crap, it's the World Trade Center, and then I'm not sure if you saw it or whatever, but I did see the second plane hit, and then you and Mom, as I said, were in the bathroom when the first tower went down. And then I went up here and I said, hey, the first tower is gone. And then you guys, you're like, no, it's not. I'm like, I saw it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Plane. No.
Yeah.
I came downstairs. Just as I came downstairs,
The second plane?
one going into it.
Yeah. Oh. And that was like, you know, the second week of my freshman year of high school.
Yes.
It's like, welcome to high school. Here's a national tragedy that's going to steer the course of world history. Good luck, little AO. 73, a Lockheed C-141 Starlifter dubbed the Hanoi Taxi made the last flight of Operation Homecoming, getting you know, kids and everything, you know, out of Vietnam.
Yeah.
And speaking of, well, we're going to be getting that in a year or so here. 74, Hank Aaron tied Babe Ruth's home run record by hitting his 714th in Cincinnati, facing Jack Billingham. This one's terrible. 75, 138 people were killed as a USAF plane evacuating Vietnamese orphans crashed on approach during an emergency landing at Tan Son Nhut Air Base in South Vietnam. Was it not bad enough that they were all orphans and they all died collectively in a plane crash? What the fuck? Yeah. Terrible.
Let me go back to Hank Aaron for 1 second.
Okay.
Hank Aaron, a lot of people were not happy with this. I suspect because he's a black man. That's what I suspect. But the deal was, whoa, he did it. It took him 15, 20 more years than Babe Ruth played.
Who cares?
Exactly. Who cares? I think it was the guys because there were still.
Maybe Babe Ruth could have played more if he wasn't so unhealthy, smoking cigars, eating hot dogs, and weighing 240.
Anyways, enough of that. Move on.
1975, during the Vietnam War, United States Air Force, we got, Wait, is this the same one? No. No, this is different. A USAF Lockheed C-5A Galaxy transporting orphans crashed near Saigon, South Vietnam, shortly after takeoff, killing 172 people. But wait, this has to be the same thing, because they're both carrying orphans. Or are these two different instances of carrying orphans?
On the same day? No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Gotta be the same one.
Well, I mean, the discrepancy... Well, first off... Well, it's both South Vietnam. They're both carrying orphans, but then we have a discrepancy in the number killed, and the location.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
I don't know. 75, Microsoft was founded as a partnership between Bill Gates and Paul Allen in Albuquerque, New Mexico, to develop and sell basic interpreters to the Altair 8080 or 8800. 8800, whatever, I can't pronounce that. Now, I'm not saying basic as in like basic, also. It's BASIC, like in capitals. It's the name of the product, whatever it is. If anybody's just listening and not actually watching. We also have Steve Miller was arrested for burning his girlfriend's clothes. What the hell? What are you doing? Why?
Who's Steve Miller?
He's a rocker.
It
says here. Guitarist.
Who did he play with?
I'm trying to. The Steve Miller Band.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Now it connects.
Okay. 77, nope, not getting that one. 1981, Henry Cisneros became the first Mexican-American mayor. Well, first off, if you're Mexican, you are American, because America is 2 continents containing 35 countries, spanning the majority, if not all, of all the landmass in the western hemisphere of Earth. So, you mean Mexican United Stadium, number one. Number two, once again, why are we focusing so much on differences?
I don't know.
Who cares?
Where was he mayor?
Of San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. What state is San Antonio in again? Texas? Okay. 84, Winston Smith in Orwell's novel 1984 began his secret diary in defiance of the totalitarian government of Oceania. So in the actual story of 1984, on this date, April 4th, 1984 is when the fictional character of William Smith started. And this is what I love about this source. It throws in things, this is when this event from this book, so it's not an actual real-world historical fact. Right. It's a historical thing in a work of fiction in our real-world timeline. I love it when they do that.
Yeah, that's a nice switch up, change of pace.
Yeah. 84 as well, President Ronald Reagan called for an international ban on chemical weapons. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not going to take effect because we will be talking about the use of chemical weapons here soon.
In Iraq?
I think so. Iraq, Iran, something.
Yeah,
So,
Iraq.
85, Tulane University canceled its basketball season amidst a scandal. I wonder what the scandal was. AO's time, and I'm not going to read 87. I'm going to move up to 88 here. Eddie Hill became the world's first driver to conquer the quarter mile in under 5 seconds. Holy hell, how fast was he going? Quarter mile in under 5 seconds?
Well, that's a drag strip.
Oh, okay. That would make sense.
Yeah.
88, largest crowd at 55,438 at an MLB opening day game at Cincinnati's Riverfront Stadium. Reds won over the St. Louis Cardinals 5-4 in 12 innings. All right.
You should have told us what the top end was, just besides the
Top
ET
end?
time. Yeah, that would be a speed. That would be, why not tell us? They gave it ET as elapsed time.
Okay.
Top end is speed.
Where was this?
I don't know.
Oh, here it is. What top speed? So I'm going to add that to research next time I come around to here. 1988. MLB New York Mets set opening day record with 6 home runs in a 10-6 win over Expos in Montreal. 89, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's last NBA game in Seattle. Yeah. 89 as well. New York Yankee Tommy John tied a record of playing 26 seasons. His 287th win put him 19th overall as Yanks beat the Twins in opening day 4-2.
What is interesting with Tommy John?
Yeah.
He had a tear in his pitching arm, in the elbow area here somewhere. And
Like a tennis elbow or something? Or just a pitcher's rip? Yeah.
It was an actual tear.
Yeah.
And they did a surgery never done before on it.
Oh.
It worked. He came back, played baseball. It's now called the Tommy John surgery.
Nice. I know one other thing, although it's not as good, named after a baseball player that's in the medical field.
Yeah.
Lou Gehrig's disease.
Oh, yeah, that's not good at all. But
It's
at least they identified it.
And it's also called ALS.
Well, yeah, it was identified.
Yeah.
When,
Which.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So, 1990, King Baudouin of Belgium, a devout Catholic, stepped down as monarch for 36 hours to avoid signing a bill legalizing abortion. Wow. Wow, what a scumbag. You're going to step down just to do that, then you shouldn't be allowed to step back up. Fuck you. Pussy. 1990, the current flag of Hong Kong was adopted for post-colonial Hong Kong during the third session of the 7th National People's Congress. I kind of want to look at that.
I think that's gone by now.
Yeah, most likely. Oh, yeah, here's when he was writing in 1984.
Oh,
And there's a Big Brother right there
yeah.
watching him. So let's look up this article here really quick. Images. Oh, okay, here we go. The different flags of Hong Kong. Open image, new tab. Oh, it kind of cuts it off here. But look at all that. That's cool.
Yeah. England gave it back to China with like a 50-year thing that they wouldn't touch it for 50 years.
Yeah.
It went for about 30.
Yeah. 91, Senator John Hines of Pennsylvania and 6 others were killed when a helicopter collided with their plane over an elementary school in Marion, Pennsylvania. Yikes. That's terrible. We also have, in 1991, 41 people were taken hostage outside a Good Guys electronics store in Sacramento, California. 3 of the hostage takers and 3 hostages were killed.
Whoa.
I guess they're not the Good Guys anymore.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
92, Game 1 of Mayor Challenge, New York Yankees defeat the New York Mets 6-4 at Yankee Stadium. 92 as well, jury deliberated began on the Noriega case. He was Panama. Yeah.
Yeah, Panama.
Yeah, it was Panama. So
now we got what's his name from Venezuela.
Maduro. Yeah.
I think his case started, if I'm not mistaken, or it's the preliminaries for it. Something.
Yeah. All I know is no Panama. From Sahara.
What's a Panama?
We're gonna pull a Panama. Why do
No! The guy goes, no, not a Panama.
Why do you call it Panama? Oh, we thought we were in Panama. Where were you? Brazil. Wherever the fuck they were.
That was a pretty good movie. Some of it was good.
Yeah. Sahara gets shit on, and I understand why, but it's also a good movie.
Yeah.
And
with stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go do a Panama. You know, you never.
Well, that seemed like, that reaction. No, Panama. I can see you saying that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, especially when you're on
the radio.
the radio and
Yeah.
it's your boat.
Yeah. 92, jury deliberations began. We got that one. 94, Netscape Communications founded as Mosaic Communications. So there's Netscape there. 96, Comet Hyakutake was imaged by the USA asteroid orbiter near Earth asteroid rendezvous. I'm going to image search that really quick. It's like they sent up some craft in there to rendezvous with an asteroid, and they took a picture of it. So that's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
97, the Anaheim Ducks clinched their first ever playoff berth. All right. 97 as well, DMSP Titan II was launched, the second Defense Meteorological Satellite Program, DMSP, weather satellite was launched aboard a Titan II rocket. All right. 1997, the STS-83 carrying Columbia 22 launched. Space Shuttle mission STS-83 was launched. Let's see here. However, the mission was later cut short due to a fuel cell problem, so they had to come back.
Yeah.
NFL Europe in '98, formerly WLF, kicked off their season. That's
Didn't work.
NFL Europe.
Yeah, World, whatever it is.
Oh, WLAF.
Yeah, I believe it folded.
Well,
I may
that's
be
for
wrong.
that's for soccer, for football, not for
Oh,
our
you're right.
football.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
It's Europe.
You're right.
It's
You're
not
right.
our
You're right.
football.
You're right. You're
So-
right. So I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah.
entirely.
So it used to be the World League of Athletic Football or something.
Yeah.
Now it's National Football League, but a different football. 99, Jack Ma founded internet company Alibaba. You should recognize those names.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In 2002, the Angolan government and UNITA rebels signed a peace treaty ending the Angolan Civil War. All right. Yeah, the MPLA government of Angola. 2007, 15 British Royal Navy personnel who were held in Iran were released by the Iranian president. Gee, thank you. 2008, raid on Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Mormons, owned by the YFZ Ranch in Tejas. 401 children and 133 women were taken into state custody. So they were doing something weird. Then again, they're Mormons. 2009, France announced its return to full participation of its military forces with NATO. So, okay, cool, France, but
I think on that Mormon thing, I may be speaking out of turn, and that's kind of iffy because
that's not
think-
the ATF thing. That's way before.
no, but I think someone got out of there, a kid or a young adult, and said, "I've been held captive there against my will since I don't know when."
Yeah.
And that's when they went in.
Well, I
I
think
think-
I know. I think you're confusing that with the when the ATF raided that place in the 70s, or because there's been like a good 3, 4, some odd things like that, where
We're not talking the
government.
one in Texas, are you? I don't know how long.
There's two in Texas. There's the one that we just covered,
Yeah.
and then there's the one that ended up in that huge fire and all
Yeah,
all
no,
those
they
people
weren't
died.
Mormons.
Well, no, they weren't. But I'm thinking that you're confused. What you're saying with the kid, I think that kid
Maybe so.
escaped from that.
Maybe so.
Or,
Maybe so.
but there was another
Yeah.
incident like that because there's been, like, as I said, a good 2, 3 some odd incidents where government entity had to go in and stomp out a cult.
Yeah.
And I remember what you're saying. I just don't know exactly which one it is either. 2010, Africa's tallest monument, the African Renaissance Monument, dedicated outside Dakar in Senegal, designed by Pierre Goudiaby to commemorate Senegal's 50th anniversary of independence. All right, I gotta check this out. Let's see if it has a an image here. Ooh, that's a big statue. That's cool. Look at the size of it. You can't tell. Well, you can tell here. This really shows you the scale of that statue. That is
Yeah.
enormous.
Yeah. Wow.
Look at that.
That
I love
doesn't
it.
even look right.
I know. I think that's a crane right here.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. I'm just like, that's really big caution tape. I'm like, no, that's a crane boom. Wow. Huh. I gotta go see that at some point.
And
2010
where is it again?
Senegal. Dakar, Senegal, specifically, and that's in Africa. 2010 as well, a magnitude 7.2 earthquake hit south of the Mexico-USA border, killing at least 2 and damaging buildings across the 2 countries. All right. 2012, German Nobel laureate Gunter Grass published controversial poem that claimed Israel is plotting to wipe out Iran. Well, we should kind of take a look into that. 2012, Somalia's National Theater was struck by a suicide bomber, killing 10 people, including the presidents of the Somali Olympic Committee and the Football Federation. Whoa, that's not good. We also have in 2013, 74 people were killed after an illegally constructed building collapsed in Thane, India. Not up to code. We also have a Paleontology rajade, a giant tarantula with a 20-centimeter leg span, was discovered in Sri Lanka. Well, let's take a look at this nope. So, let's see here. 20 centimeters, that sounds terrifying. Well, I need a hand or something next to it, if anybody's that brave. Like, I can't get... Okay!
Wow.
That's a nope. That's a very big nope.
Wow.
So, 2014, President of the World Bank, Jim Yong Kim, claimed that climate change will lead to battles over water and food within the next 5 to 10 years. Well, it's already been past 10 years, so I don't think.
Yeah.
But there will be a war over water because of all this AI shit, you know. So like I saw a video actually earlier today, like it's part of one of my videos. I see a conglomeration of a whole bunch of videos, but they're saying like now just imagine like every time you ask an AI something, let's just say like it takes like a tablespoon of water. Like for the cooling system, whatever, like, the whole process, it takes, every prompt that you have an AI do, 1 tablespoon of water. ChatGPT by itself, I think it was either, it can't be a million, it has to be a billion hits per day.
Wow.
1 billion hits per day. And that's just one AI. So 1 billion tablespoons of water every single day for ChatGPT alone, let alone, Grok, Google Gemini,
So where the hell's
this.
all the water going to come from? All of a sudden, we don't have water for any of that, what you're talking about.
Yeah. Right here. So there will be war over water soon. So.
Well, ironically, it doesn't have anything to do with that. Iran, before we went to war,
desalination plants.
They were not supplying the people with water. They just didn't have any water for them.
Yep.
Because it was their desalination plants and all that were just mismanaged, as governments like that do.
Yep. And now Israel's going to bomb them. So, 2017, Alibaba became the world's largest retailer, according to U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. We know about Alibaba.
Yep.
Isn't that the Chinese one?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we were thinking about, was it Alibaba?
Yes, it was.
Okay. No, wasn't it Tencent?
What?
Was it Tencent or Alibaba?
Alibaba.
Okay.
You can go back and look if you want.
Oh, well, I'm already, losing where I was. So, 2017 as well, a chemical weapons attack on Khan, Syria, by Syrian government forces killed more than 80 civilians. Other source says 89 civilians. So here we go. It wasn't Iraq or Iran. It was Syria that was doing. Remember I said we're going to be covering chemical stuff? Yeah. 2017, Pink Star Diamond set world record price of $71 million for a gem at an auction in Hong Kong.
Oh.
Wow. Let's we gotta take a look at this thing. So this cost $71 million. Or 71 or 7.1? 71. That cost $71 million.
Some people just have too much money.
Now you're starting to sound like me again.
I mean,
what are you, a communist?
No, more power to them, but it's
no more power to them. Like something. Yeah. There has to be a ceiling somewhere.
No, there doesn't.
Well, how much is too much? If one person owns all the world and the money, do they have too much money? Where's the limits? There has to be something somewhere. When you have that much money,
Well, compared to
us,
what's his name, the star, whatever his name, what's his name, Elon Musk, $100 billion or something.
Well, isn't he like the richest person in the world right now, or something crazy?
He towers over that guy buying a diamond. Trust me.
Yeah, well, he has too much money. All these people have. They need to be.
And yet he's doing some amazing things for mankind.
No, he's not.
And making money.
No, he's not.
I agree with you.
No, first off, He.
You don't think Starlink's an amazing thing?
No, it's not, because it gives a private enterprise dominance over the internet, and he can control who has connection to what. He also wants to put a chip in your brain. He also is behind all the electric car stuff, and it's retarding the technology. Aptera can get more miles, like double, if not triple, the miles per the charge on there, and their technology is 20 some odd years older than Tesla. He is not doing humanity any favors at all. In fact, he takes money out of U.S. taxpayer dollars with all of those government grants, and he turns around and he gives jobs to China. You know, the jobs he's put out here is nothing in compared to what he's done overseas. Elon Musk is a disgusting evil.
Well, we disagree.
Well, we disagree on a lot of things.
Yeah.
2019, Belgian Prime Minister Charles, but I'm okay, you're okay.
There you go.
Belgian Prime Minister Charles Michel apologized for the kidnapping of thousands of mixed-race children during colonial period in Burundi, DR Congo, and Rwanda. This was back when Belgium owned Congo, back in like the 1700s, when the King of Belgium took possession in the feign of a humanitarian thing, but all he did was turn all the locals into basically a slave workforce, because for rubber and all that stuff in the Congo. 2019, U.S. Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Mormons, pledged to roll back anti-LGBTQT policies, including not baptizing children of queer parents. So they're rolling back that.
That's surprising, but not prior to.
2022, Elon Musk, not Elon.
Speaking of the devil.
Yeah, well, literally, bought 9.2% of Twitter stock, making him the company's largest shareholder, and then he just bought the whole thing. Although I do gotta admire his humor when after he bought Twitter and he walked in with the kitchen sink.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was a great bit.
Yeah. 2022, Ukrainian government began a war crimes investigation after 410 civilians were found killed after the withdrawal of Russian forces from around Kiev. 3 years later, 2023, Finland officially joined NATO after Turkey accepted its membership request as ceremony in Brussels, becoming the 31st member and doubling NATO's border with Russia. Kind of interesting. Well, first off, this is the anniversary of when NATO was formed, and NATO was formed as 12 nations, and now it's 31. Wow.
Okay.
That's ridiculous. And 2023 as well, former U.S. President Donald Trump. Now, what's interesting is that I want to go back to this NATO thing. Our primary source got rid of the whole Turkey thing. They don't mention that Turkey was the catalyst in bringing Finland in.
Ah.
So
they sponsored him.
Yeah. I got that from the secondary source. Well, the primary source used to say that, but they took it away. So once again, they're rewriting history for whatever agenda. But yeah, going back to Trump here, he pled not guilty in a New York court to 34 felony accounts of falsifying documents related to the 2016 hush money payments to a woman allegedly they had an extramarital affair. And more of this Me Too 5 minutes of fame crap. Then, 2024, Brandon warned Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that the U.S. could shift its policy if Israel does not immediately address humanitarian concerns in Gaza and work towards a ceasefire. I never thought I'd ever agree with Biden, but here we go. 2024 as well, a rare 1938 copy of the comic Action Comics #1 that first introduced Superman sold for a record $6 million at auction. Wow. And that's why I keep the shit to give to a museum.
Well, you wouldn't have a pristine copy, not a crease anywhere.
Oh, I would read the hell out of that.
See, that's the point.
But
it'd still be worth a lot.
It would still be worth something. Well, if it's pristine, then you're not even appreciating it. You don't deserve it.
You just keep it for keepsake.
Yeah. 2025, comedian Russell Brand was charged with struggle snuggle and sexual assault by British police. Most likely bullshit, just because he's white. So, and 2025 as well, South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol was removed from office after the country's constitutional court ruled to uphold his impeachment vote, the impeachment vote against him back from December of 2024. I wonder why he was impeached, though. Yeah. And last but not least, the Washington Capitals left wing Alex Ovechkin scored 2 goals in a 5-3 win over visiting Chicago Blackhawks to tie Wayne Gretzky at 894 for the most career goals in NHL history and passed Jaromir Jagr for most game winners with his 136. All right.
Yeah.
And that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description below for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. A lot of history has and continues to be made on a daily basis. We can only bring you a portion from our two sources. Like the past hour and 9 minutes, you know, this is everything that happened on this calendar date, March 4th, or April 4th. I'm still in March. What's with me? April 4th, throughout all of time that we have, you know, on record from two sources. You know, for your dose of past events daily, we stream at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. Please check the underbar. For all of you and all of us, I'm Mayo Xander.
Golden Loon.
And UVRU, thank you so much for coming in and watching us. And until you catch us next time, whenever it is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and